Okay, so we had to come back just as soon as we left. We had so many individuals who had a lot of questions. And you guys, we didn't even post this on a major platform, but as soon as we started broadcasting live, we had a few questions that were coming through. So the first question that had came through was for Mama Lou Cynthia regarding how she felt because she mentioned when she came out of Wellstar that she broke down in the parking lot. Could you take us back to that day? Just describe how you felt. So for an individual who may be receiving this podcast or maybe tuning in, they're newly diagnosed, you know, just explain that process to us.
Well, when he sent me over to the imaging center to take different tests, at first I really didn't know what was going on. And when I took my CT scan, or do you call it a PET scan?
It's a biopsy. It's a CAT scan.
Yeah, when
It's a CAT scan.
she
PET
put me
scans
through a
afterwards.
big old machine,
Yeah.
and
They
you
cut
see,
piece of your when they cut piece of your liver out of your lung or whatever infected part it is that they're looking for.
yeah, she had to do a biopsy on my lung. They like cut me right here, got a little piece of it out. That's how they could tell me at the time if what was really going on with me after they did it. And like I say, this was a rare disease, like 1 out of 10 get it. And I forgot the name of it, but it was so deep, and I didn't really think that it was serious. You know what I'm saying? When I came from out there, I walked outside of Wellstar and I'm like, this got to be a joke. This really got to be a joke, because I never did anything to my lungs. You know what I'm saying? When you get word right then and there, and you're already going through stuff with the sickness and all this other stuff, with your mama being sick, now this come up on me, let me tell you something. When I hit that door, and I opened that door and came out, I fell to my knees. I fell to my knees and I broke down and I cried and I cried. It was like something that you never want to have. Because I really didn't think that it was serious. They didn't tell me how serious this was until this lady really explained it to me, giving me that CAT scan. When you're by yourself and you find out that you have something wrong, seriously, deadly wrong with you, and you're by yourself, oh my God, your heart falls, like your heart fall in the back of you. You understand? It's like a gut feeling that you can't never get rid of. I mean, I walked through, when I fell on my knees and I got up and I walked through the parking lot, I had to get it out. People was looking at me like if something was wrong with me. But I did so much of crying and I did so much of talking to God. And people actually thought I was going crazy. But I wasn't, because at that time, I didn't know nothing. I was gone. I was zonked out. I didn't even know at the time where I was at. Can you imagine being diagnosed with something that's deadly? Only you gonna know. Only you gonna feel that pain. Only you gonna go through this by yourself. When you first hear that word, disease, cancer, any other deadly thing.
I just heard death. That's all I heard. I heard death.
But it's like I had to have it done. If not, like a cancer, it would spread to the rest of my lungs. You understand? Because I was having trouble breathing and I didn't know why. I thought it might have been something major. I might have asthma. I might have, bronchial. Let me tell you something. When you're dealing with a life-threatening matter, you really don't know where you be at when you first find out. your head be like in space.
Yeah.
You really don't know. You don't know if you're coming or going.
Yeah.
But my advice for anybody out there, get it out while you right then and there, while you can get it out. You're not processing it yet because you're just finding out about it. But get that, the hollering, the screaming, whatever it is, just get it out. Just get it out.
You talked about one of the key words that you mentioned was process. How were you able to process all of that when you're thinking about dealing with your health? You're also grieving the loss of your mother. And for individuals who are out here listening to you, how would they be? What is your suggestion for how they can process dealing with a multitude of things and still, remaining sane and graceful?
Pray. You need to pray. You have to pray so hard. And you need that self-time. You need that time to be alone so that you can process it. When you be by yourself for a while after going through all of this, you need that self-time so that you could think about all this that you done went through. Because let me tell you something. If you don't process it, you're going to get sick. You're going to get sicker. You're going to get sicker than what you already is. But it's up to you to just take that time and pull back. Pull back a little bit. And just have that self-time. Have that self-time, have that self-love, and grasp at it. Knowing that you have it. Because you can't never say, I didn't have it, when you know you're going through something. You take time out for yourself and you pray. And you pray to God. Let me tell you something. You can process it. You can get a handle. If you're strong and you're God worthy, you can process it. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. Not anyone. I wouldn't do it. I processed it because God gave me the strength. He gave me the willpower to fight it and process it.
All right.
It's a lot. It's a lot. If I was weak, I wouldn't have never made it. But I'm strong. And I know who God is. You understand? And I know the power of God. I'm so glad I was taught that from young. The power of God. That's how I processed it. Pray and took out time for myself, self-time.
Do you still take time out for yourself even now?
Yes, I do. I do, because a lot of things be on my mind. It's so much of stuff that be on your mind and be running through your mind that you need that time by yourself. Just go in your room where it's quiet at and just sit there. I lay in your bed and just sit there. Even if you don't even have to watch TV, in a quiet room, a quiet place. And sometime when I do, I'll go in my bathroom and I'll look at myself in a mirror. And I'll be saying, thank you, Jesus. Just thank you, Jesus. Because without you, I know I wouldn't have been able to make it. I wouldn't have been able to make it. Sometimes I used to look at myself and just cry. And every time I talk about it, my heart fill up. Because it's something that nobody want to go through. And how I made it, I mean, this is like, it's like something out of space. And you just hear, your mind is blank. You don't know what to think. I mean, you can't think anything. It's like, shoot. You know what I'm saying? You're here and then you're not here. Your body's here, but your mind is in a different place. It's like an open space. You really can't even explain it because you really can't think about nothing. let me tell you something. Who's ever out there and they go through the same thing, only thing I can tell you is going through this process. Pray on it. Get yourself together. Pull yourself together. And get better.
Get your good team right.
And keep God in your prayers. Keep Him in your prayers.
Well, Miss Cynthia, thank you for this bonus footage, because we definitely had a lot of individuals who were interested in understanding things a little bit better. And I just want to point out that we have this Janu Strong. So when she talked about strength, y'all see this? Janu Strong.
Y'all see my shirt? Wait. Come on. Let me get it. See?
Let me just go on to it. Just go ahead. Go. Janu Strong.
Can you see it?
All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Any closing thoughts or concerns or questions?
New strong, baby, new life. We said new strength. We getting it on this shit. We pressing full forward, man. Full smashing the gas, man. God left us here for a purpose, and we gonna act on that purpose. We ain't messing with no foolishness this year. We getting it. We getting straight to it. We don't have time for no pettiness. We don't have no time for no selfish agendas. You know, if we with you, you're in our circle. We rock with you. If not, God bless you. So that's it.
All right. Thank you for another episode.